Like the video and subscribe right now, and Super Doggo will eat your enemies. I drew her, she drew me. This person. Hey, saw the parking police roll up about to give your car a ticket. I ran over, pulled out my keys and said sorry, I'm right here. She drove off. If you're reading this, pass on the karma. If the cops reading this, these aren't the droids you're looking for, citizen of the earth. Babe, it's 4 PM, time for your hug. Yay. Me and my childhood without any reason. I'm never falling in love again. Not with that attitude you're not, ruffles your hair, fixes your shirt, spins you around, and slaps your ass. Now get back out there. Please don't make fun of this. I asked my mom to make me a Bulbasaur cake for my 21st birthday, and this is the result. She doesn't do any kind of art and I'm really happy with it. My kid is gaming with friends, so I brought him a snack and he says, thanks, love you. Then laughter erupts on the headset and he goes, what? You don't love your mothers? I'm sad for you. So if you need me, I'll just be over here sobbing into my world's best mom ribbon. Now, this end is called the Thagomizer, after the late Thagsimons. The Thagomizer is the name for the spiked tail of a stegosaurid dinosaur. It didn't have an official name until the cartoonist Gary Larson did a comic about it, named it, and the scientific community just accepted it and started using it too. Hard to swallow pills. Your friends do love you, your brain is just mean. When my sister was 3 she would draw all over my walls. Now she is 12 and I realize she was just practicing. It fell a long time ago, but it never gave up. Okay, new plan. So I have a family that comes to eat at Waffle House every Tuesday and my little friend decided she wanted to be me for Halloween. My little buddy made my whole day. Days like this make me love my job. Hey, can someone remind me to cancel my Spotify premium in 3 months? You should cancel your Spotify premium. Holy duck, thank you, I completely forgot. I'm just too big, you guys will look really small in the photo with me. Let's try it the other way. Hooray. Unhated drinks annual meeting. Drinking water. Hey son, I brought mom's chicken pot pie cause I know you love it. Thanks dad. How's the dinner party? Going good. Mom is talking to her friend about their trip to France. I know you like to stay in your room while guests are over. So just text me if you need anything, okay? I can bring you dessert later if you're still hungry. Thank you dad. Not all dogs are good boys. Because some are good girls. Let's have something nice today. Let's remember that in 1500 BCE, someone in Iran carved a little hedgehog on wheels to give to a kid. Me being reminded it's been 3 years since my mom died. Me being reminded of how great of mom she was and the love she left me with. Well, look who's trying to end an argument by giving me food. If you think that's gonna work, you're absolutely right. We encourage men to be emotionally vulnerable around here to help break the stigma that you have to bottle your emotions in order to be viewed as manly. And the best costume award goes to... My daughter went to my husband and said that, have you ever heard of Pokemon? And I have never seen him so happy, lol. He busted out all his old cards and is in full education mode. David Hampton planted large trees in the Douglas fir forest in Oregon to create a smiley face. It returns each fall and makes a happy showing. We close Monday 26th to Tuesday 27th. My 3 sisters came from Korea. I miss them 10 years. Thank. A reminder that quokkas live on an island with no natural predators, so they aren't afraid of or attack humans, since they don't need those survival tactics. They love selfies and smile. Saving one dog will not change the world, but surely for that one dog, the world will change forever. When you look into an abyss, Thalabes also looks into you. Just a man feeding a kitten on the subway. I was in a bad mood today and needed downtime, but then our 6-year-old, with a pile of Lego on the floor, patted the ground next to him. "Daddy, build with me." So I smiled and sat. I still wanted to be alone, but had no choice, because someday he'll stop asking. Everyone is home, the beach episode. Looking good, king. Why don't you take your shirt off, get some tan, and show off that body of yours? Wanna hit the gym together sometimes, to define those abs even further? Let's play some volleyball later. We could really use someone as fit as you. Your green swimming shorts match your mustache very well, bro. Yo, have you lost weight? You look insanely healthy, dude. What was all that about? Body positivity, bro. Read about it. My son asked for a new Xbox controller for Christmas. Didn't think about why he needed a new one until he opened it up and got all excited because now his sister could play games with him. He didn't want the controller for himself, he wanted it so they could play together. Look at how happy my dad is. He just started baking school and I'm so proud. Bears in people's minds, violent and scary animals. Bears in real life. So I sold my daughter's slide yesterday on Facebook Marketplace. I asked the buyer, "How old are you kids?" She giggled and said, "No, it's for my pugs. They love to go up and down a slide. We are all mothers in our own way." Made my day. Dad is tired. Dad is stressed. Dad is trying. But dad won't give up. Shout out to all the dads giving it all. When you all got nothing in common but you vibe. In 9th grade I was getting picked on in class and this girl was like, "Duck, you guys leave him alone," and called me over to her seat and I was like, "Thanks lol," and she was like, "I have something special to show you, don't tell the teacher," and I said okay, and she pulled a guinea pig out of her purse. Well, Alter, you absolutely stopped my girl in her tracks this evening. It was mesmerizing to watch her stop, turn and gaze at this poster. So thank you. What I love is Muriel named him Courage when she found him crying and scared in an alley. She called him brave for simply existing despite how scary things were. He was a brave little dude just because he survived. This woman stole 5 eggs to feed her kids. Instead of arresting her, Tarrant police officer William Stacy brought her a truckload of groceries. This teacher who draws a different picture each morning for his students. The same bike, the same place, the same girl, but with a difference of 71 years. It's like what's have a nice Dale Mayo Gotham. If 99% people find you unattractive, then around 75 million people on earth still find you attractive. My self-confidence just shot up. So, what's on your mind? You dumbass, you're all I think about. Human. I request your assistance. Sleep assistant. Gotcha. You won't bother her anymore. Sleep well, my friend. My parents have a pet tortoise, and he walks around the house. Today he found a chicken nugget under the couch, and brought it to them as a gift. When you appreciate her small gestures, so you return them with interest. Bear hug. Overheard in Chicago Institute of Art. Small child, reading description of painting. Grandma, what's a brothel? Grandma, after enormous pause, it's the place where they make soup. This is both the best and also the most ruin your life forever answer possible. So my sister bought her dog a new bowl for Christmas. Gentlemen, it is with great pleasure to inform you, Cheetahs are back in India after going extinct 70 years ago. When you feel like everyone hates you, sleep. When you feel like you hate everyone, eat. When you feel like you hate yourself, shower. When your friend comes out as trans, you are not boy, but this does not mean you are not part of the boys. Never make fun of anyone who mispronounced a word. It means they learned it by reading. Foolish mortal who dares to summon me, Cthulhu. What forbidden knowledge do you seek? How do I ask a girl out? Okay, so, pretend I'm her. In USA, there is a vet who has a dog just to calm other animals. His task is to let them know that everything is fine. He is practically a dog tour. Subbing to Stefan's YouTube account, so he gets a golden play button. Subbing to Stefan's YouTube account, so his family gets a golden play button, as a final thank you from the internet. Eating alone in public restaurant is another whole new level of loneliness. Eating alone in public restaurant is another whole new level of confidence. Louis Carlin in 1904 is well known for his 13-foot long beard which he used to hold his cats in. When you all got nothing in common but you vibe. My sister really is the worst human ever. I couldn't afford a present this year, so I got you this box. When my friend and roommate told me was HIV positive, back when we didn't really understand a lot, I wasn't gutted by that statement so much as by the one he uttered next. I'll move out. My response was, why? You tired of me already? We stayed roommates until he died. Hello my wonderful grandson. I made too much chocolate sheet cake and will be delivering you some today. Grandma I love you but that's 2 hours of driving. You don't have to do that. Nonsense. An explanation. What's wrong Tomata? Mommy, there is a monster in the puddle. There are no such thing as monsters. Show me the puddle. But what if it gets us? It won't. Look, there it is. The ugly monster. That not an ugly monster. That's a beautiful little dragon. Oh no. Anyone crying over this needs to think about how insufferable a dragon raised by a seagull would be. Stop glamorizing the grind and start glamorizing whatever this is. Here's a teacher who understands what's important. Create a math meme. When your mother calls you by your full name. A square plus 2ab plus b square. A plus b square. Oh crap. I will love him and pet him and squeeze him and call him George. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't believe I sent my dad a picture of me at Santa Monica Pier and his response was his GTA character at the same place. GTA dude is out there with you. For a long time, I didn't understand why our microwave was always stopped 2 seconds before the end. Then I learned that my husband didn't want to wake me up, so he'd stop it just before it dinged. I did it. I won, Mom. I won against Andrew. That's great sweetie. Dad, I won. Did he really win, or did you let him win? Does it really matter? Got. You are an amphibian. Frog, what is that? Got. That means you can breathe on land and underwater. Frog. So, I'm a mermaid? Got. Well, no, not really. Frog. Whispers. I'm the world's littlest mermaid. The ice cream god smiled down upon me today. I want someone like Patrick. What do you normally do when I'm gone? Wait for you to get back. We rushed our dog to the emergency 24-hour vet after a day at the beach because she was acting skittish about her tail. Was it broken? 1:02 AM X-ray later, and the vet says she has happy tail syndrome, meaning she wagged it so hard on her beach day that it was sore. Mario loves you. Mario, why do you love me? Because you are wonderful. Mario loves you very much. The only thing I like about working at the movie theater is seeing this dad bring his daughter to Disney movies. I hid under the bed to scare my boyfriend while he was in the bathroom, and when he came out he saw I was gone, and I watched him get all excited and run in the closet to wait and scare me. I was sitting under my bed crying laughing. My dad is a pretty tough and tattooed guy who happens to look like Santa Claus. If he gets the slightest inkling that a kid thinks he's Santa, he turns into this charming, twinkling eye guy. It's so adorable and makes me tear up every time. Small indie developer creates a fun game but gets no review. Me giving him a 5-star review for encourage him to create more games like that. Having a gay son is like getting a french fry near onion rings. I didn't ask for it, but hey, I like these too. Being straight and getting hit on by a gay guy is like receiving a lot of money, but in the wrong currency. Like wow, this is useless right now, but if I ever cross the border I'm gonna be one lucky guy. Your pet decides if you go to heaven or hell. He knows you best. Remember when you left me home alone, saying that you had to work? Well, they don't have that here. We can play all day long. I missed you. My wife and I went to my ex's wedding last week, and when my ex and I introduced our spouses to each other they hugged enthusiastically, and then my ex smiled at me and yelled, "Look at where our lives have led." And I laughed so hard, and it was all very nice. The end. Blind man and his armless best friend planted over 10,000 trees in China. I'm his hands. He is my eyes. If this isn't best friend goals then I don't know what is. Everyone liked that. Shrek's workers of Reddit. What is the saddest experience, client wise, you've had while on the job? Not my story, but I knew a girl who did rent a night type of stuff. Guy asks her if she could come over. Doesn't talk about Shreks over the phone, just if she could come over, and to come hungry. She thinks he is into feeding, or some shit. She arrives at like 6 PM. Pretty early for her work. She asks what he would like to do. He just cooks for her a really big delicious meal. Later he starts to open up but his wife had passed and always loved his cooking, but he hates cooking for himself. Unhated bugs annual meeting. 31-year-old man invited 89-year-old neighbor to live with him to spend her last days in company. There's literally nothing better than when you're full on laughing with someone and you both keep adding things that make it funnier and you can barely breathe. This bear was accidentally brought to the dog shelter and had a great time. Just a friendly reminder, I don't know who needs to hear this, but your nose actually looks great and fits your face well. Dad, can I use your tools? You bet. That's going to end poorly. I disagree. I think it will start poorly, but who knows how it will end? Smash, bang, crash. Just finished fixing the roof, Dad. Thanks, sweetie. Girls, boys want only one thing and it's fucking disgusting. Girls want money and nothing else. What they both actually want. When your kids start listening to the same heavy metal music you do. In case you're having a bad day, here's a raccoon sharing his art with you. He's very proud of it and wants to know what you think. Daughter needs. Got. Kidney. Thank you, Willie, for your selfless gift of life. It was the most important event on his life. Among his old friends and rivals, only this chick showed up. His mother was chilling with this old geezer back home. Meanwhile, these guys bought the tickets to watch and cheer him on. Team Rocket, the best villain ever. Land puppy, sea puppy, sky puppy. A stranger came up and told us we had the same hair, then proceeded to ask to snap a pic then send it to me. In elementary school I hit this kid cause he said I can't punch and I broke his nose, and then my stepdad picked me up and the office was like, you have to say sorry, but then the kid was like, but she proved me wrong. She doesn't have to say sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my best friend of many years. This is violently beautiful. Me when my mama calls me a handsome boy instead of pretty girl for once. To become a Chad I must be an alpha life, eat raw meat, take cold showers, and get laid every night. Son, being a true Chad is not having the strongest jawline, the best genes, gender, nationality, anything. The true Chad is the everyday man, the person that will help others just because they can, the one who will not bend over when life gets difficult, the one who don't blame others or stays in the past. It's someone who say I can and I will. My grandma asked me to paint a picture of her when she was young and got so happy she started crying. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm proud I'm not where I used to be. I asked this man if he needed help. He replied that he was waiting for his wife so he could scare her. What is the nicest thing a stranger has done for you? A really small thing, but I hope I remember it forever. My son was probably 2 or 3 and we went to the mall for some reason. My son liked looking at displays and stuff. Well, there was a model train set in a case that you could put a $1 in and watch them go around for a while. I was pretty broke if I recall and never had cash on me regardless. He was content just looking at the display. A group of loud mall teens come through and go past. One of them comes back and puts $1 in the machine and says I always liked watching trains, to then hurries off back to his friends. My son lit up. I never would have expected that action from a stranger, let alone a teen with his friends in a mall. Made this rocking chair in 97 woodshop class when I was 14. Had no idea why I've kept it for 24 years, 38 now, and I have finally realized it belongs to my son. Might be a dumb post, sorry, but his face makes all those years worth it. As young boy I played video games with my dad. When I'm dad I will play video games with my son. We had a daughter. I get to play video games with my daughter. I needed this so much today. Hi Dublin Bus News. My 3-year-old wanted to know how you decide which buses get to sleep inside the depot garage and which have to sleep out in the yard. Hi Matthew, we have rang around to a few of the depots and we can confirm that all buses are loved equally and take turns sleeping inside the warm depot. Those sleeping outside are given cocoa to keep warm. After strangers at the library ask me to watch their stuff, I'd throw hands if a stranger touched my stranger's stuff. I saw this Japanese mom's amazing cooking and sent it to my mom. Asked her if she could make one for me. I was just joking, since I'm no longer a kid and living in another continent now. 2 hours later she replied with this pic and told me she will be practicing and cook for me when I go back home. This is her first try. Met this sweet man at Outback. He saw us at prom and showed us a picture of him and wife at prom in 1949. Are you also abandoned by human? Are you cold? I decided, from today we will be friends. Too warm. This is my little baby cousin, and he is dressed as a smoke detector for Halloween. None of us know why, but he is really obsessed with smoke detectors. That's all he's asked for in the way of presents these past 2 years. He calls them smoke detectors. Also he has a scrapbook of everyone in the family posing with their smoke detectors. I ask my students to send me photos of their dogs doing classwork. It's an underappreciated photography genre. This student created his own cozy atmosphere today, and I absolutely love it. Moms at Halloween be like, did you say thank you? Stay off the grass. Wait for your brother. Only take one. I miss the old internet, when if you had something to say you just put some sad song lyrics up as your away message and people would be like, oh no, what's going on? And you'd be like, nothing, don't worry about it. Why is this bunny wearing a backpack? Where is he going to go? What does he have in this backpack? It's his first day of school, wish him luck. You ask out your crush. They say we should just be friends. They genuinely mean it, and now you're good friends. Breaks my heart that pirates spend their whole lives following a map when the real treasure is the friendships they build along the way. I don't know who you are, Jason, but your tweet is now framed and hung up in my apartment. I don't know who you are, Allison's, but your tweet is now framed and hung up in my house. When your child develops your sick sense of humor, so now there's two people laughing inappropriately. Best read with a French accent. I'm so very sorry, sir, without a reservation, there is simply nothing I can do for you. Me chilling with my Muslim and Christian friends, because my parents never taught me to judge others on basis of their beliefs. Featured comment. Paul Nash. People around me worrying about World War III. Do you yield? Me not wasting my time and energy worrying, because I know we'll die regardless. I do not.